Hello humans, Master Dinnerflax here, and today I'll be going over a zombie pre-test deck profile. Now this is something I've been testing, and it's been testing pretty decently. It could be a little bit better, but that's what testing is for. And it's of Zombie World zombies. Now, Zombie World is a card I always thought was really interesting, because what it does is it turns your Zombie Master and your Mizukis far more powerful than they originally are. They can revive things that, in theory, they just shouldn't be able to revive. But it's really, really fucking cool for that reason. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it and explain some of my cards. So we got the Shiranui package. I still have Solitaire, not for Snow, but for another card in here. Excuse me. Yeah, both these cards really good in conjunction with each other when you're banishing them. Double Uni Zombie, you kind of don't want to open this up. You want to open Solitaire, but he's still good to open up in a more pure zombie deck like this. Triple Mizuki, one Gozuki. This is the standard zombie lineup people are used to. But the last two zombies I have in here are Zombie Master, which is a fantastic card. I love this card. I understand the Lightsworn version doesn't like it very much, but it's like pitching the dead cards out of your hand to get more plays and more bodies. I don't know how you could ever give that up. Plus, it's a soft once per turn, so you can use it multiple times per turn if you just keep sending it to the grave. And then same with this. This card is ridiculous. So if we just ignore Zombie World, this card can banish 2 zombies out of your grave to draw 2 cards, and that is when I was talking about Solitaire Spirit Master. Banish, draw, pop, summon, just extremely powerful. Not to mention it has another application, mainly with Minerva, where you can stack a zombie on top of your deck. So mainly a Mizuki, and then you resolve Minerva, and then mill that Mizuki. And then next, for the non-zombie monsters, which isn't entirely true, we got 1 Garnet, Double Monk. I don't know how I feel about this. It seems really strong in theory, but I've just never used it in a duel so far, so it might be cut for something else. I don't really want Snow in here because it doesn't accomplish too much. It gets like 1 mil, and I don't really want to play Grass because I just want to... I'm playing zombies, not Grass the deck, and I really want to play the zombies, not just mill. Speaking of mill, we got 2 Raidens and 1 Wolf. Probably the only Lightsworn ratio I'll accept at this point. I hate the monsters in this, but Charged Light Brigade's so good. 1 Thunder King Ryo because it's a Zombie World variant, so if you activate Brilliant Fusion while you have Zombie World, you can turn a Mizuki to revive that Thunder King Ryo of yours. And then same thing with this guy. He's a little awkward to summon, but he's been so powerful for me lately. I've been testing him in, spoiler alert, Chaos Blade, and he's so good. If you don't know what he does, during your opponent's turn, you can discard a card to negate literally anything once per turn. So that's just shockingly good that UA have a fucking Solemn Judgment on legs. And then for the final cards and zombies are 2 Ash Blossom. 2 Ash Blossom because you can actually recycle it within this deck, and you can see it much quicker. So I'm going to show you how in a moment. Triple Zombie World, triple Terraforming, just so you always see it. And I chose these ratios in theory for the Monk, so if you draw too much of the same thing, you can always just pitch it. And like the Brilliant Fusion, it kind of got that same theory, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Monks still. We got Triple Charge, Double Burial, Foolish Burial, Soul Charge Reborn, and 1 Signing Deal just to get the UA out of the deck, which seems pretty terrible, and I gotta be honest, this doesn't seem to do anything. But oh well, if you have Zombie World up with any other monster, that's an automatic sucker, and I'll explain soon. XEs, we got the Utopia package. 2 Amaterasu. Now this, I'm not sure how I feel about this. One of them always remains in the deck. You are never taking one of these out, and pure zombies. But the second one, there are too many times where I just want a second one. So I just threw it in here to test, and I haven't made it yet, but there's been a lot of times where I'm like, okay, I really need a second one of this. So I don't know. I'll do a little more testing and see how I like it. One Dweller, one Tornado, one Minerva, and one Nightmare. Nightmare is infinitely better than Baguska this format, if you can make it. Because, like, pinned magicians, like, oh, you Baguska me? Okay, make Electromite a GG. And it's like, it does nothing, but Nightmare's a whole different story against that deck. They literally just can't do anything about it. Double Omega, of course, one Black Rose. It's kind of interesting because if your opponent Ash Blossoms you while you have Zombie Master in hand, you could just punish their field, because what people don't know is Zombie Master summons from either graveyard zombies. So that's happened more times than I want to admit, and that's pretty funny. The Seraphinite, of course. The Saryuja. This is like one of the only high-level links in here. This is really, really solid. You can make it all the time. Decode Talker, pretty good. And then, I just noticed, they're not lighting up. The link markers aren't lighting up on Dueling Book. That's weird. And then 2 Sucker. Sucker, of course, is the new zombie link, and this card's absurd. If you're looping this with, like, Shootin' Doji, you can draw, like, 2, 3, sometimes 4 cards in a turn, depending on what turn it is, and it's just... You, like, get the draw off summoning Shootin' Doji out of the grave, then you Shootin' Doji to draw another card, and then you send it to graveyard as material, revive it back, and then do it again. Use Shootin' Doji again. It's just like, you can draw a lot of cards, surprisingly, with this deck, so that's really cool. And then the side deck doesn't matter, that's why I don't have one yet. I'm probably, once Sucker becomes legal, I'll probably take this deck a little more seriously and, like, put in a real side deck, actually fix the ratios in the deck, fix it up just in general. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. And let me know if you want to see anything more with zombies, because I've played zombies a lot, and I know a lot of combos with that deck. So yep, that's about it. Thank you all for watching, and remember, Master Dinnerflex will take your soul.